Hey there, it's Andre from Atomic Power, and let me tell you about self-discipline. It's the key to achieving your goals, even when you don't feel like it. It's about pushing through the pain, the boredom, the frustration, and doing what needs to be done. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Self-discipline is about taking control of your life, and not letting external factors dictate your actions. It's about holding yourself accountable and following through on the promises you make to yourself. And let me tell you, it's not always easy. But here's the thing, you can do it. You have the power within you to be disciplined, to be strong, to be unstoppable. You just have to believe in yourself and take action. So, what can you do to increase your self-discipline? Start by removing the distractions that are holding you back. Whether it's your phone, social media, or video games, get rid of them. Don't let them stand in the way of your success. Remember, the road to success is not easy, but it's worth it. So, dig deep, find your inner strength, and go after what you want. You got this. Make your access uncomfortable and inconvenient. For example, if you work from home and your office is just 1 meter away from the couch, it's very easy to take a quick break and end up spending the rest of the day lounging on the couch, eating junk food, and watching mindless TV shows. However, if you keep the remote control and your phone in a location that takes at least 10 minutes to access, it's highly unlikely that you'll sit in front of a turned-off TV without doing anything for more than a few minutes. It's even more unlikely that you'll choose to spend several minutes accessing these things instead of getting back to work. Tactic number 2, act before you feel like it. Be honest with yourself. How many times have you procrastinated on something important simply because you didn't feel like doing it? Most of us have been there, and the truth is that the desire to do something almost never comes naturally. And even when it does, it tends to fade quickly. That's why you can't rely on it to get your work done. Remember, your brain isn't programmed to be productive and tackle difficult tasks easily. On the contrary, it's wired to seek out easy and quick pleasures, to achieve maximum pleasure with minimum effort. Acting without desire is difficult but not impossible. The secret is to start, because once you do, you're more likely to continue until you finish. To make this a little easier, you can use the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. Basically, you count down from 5 to 1 and then take action. For example, if you don't feel like studying, count down from 5 to 1 and commit to at least picking up a pen and opening your notebook. If you don't feel like exercising, count down from 5 to 1 and commit to at least changing your clothes and putting on your shoes. It's hard to convince yourself to start something and see it through to the end, so use this as a mechanism to force yourself to start, because chances are you'll keep going until you finish. Set goals but focus on the process. Popular wisdom says that the best way to achieve what we want in life is to establish specific and realistic goals. This certainly works for many people, but for many others it does not. The reason for this is that simply having a clear destination is often not enough to keep us taking the small daily actions that are necessary to get there. The result is a loss of focus, followed closely by procrastination. According to James Clear, the author of the book Atomic Habits, you need to focus on the process and not the destination. The reason for this is that most of the results we get have little to do with the goals we set and a lot to do with the systems we follow. For example, if you are a coach, your goal may be to win a championship, but your system is the way you recruit players, manage your assistant coaches, and conduct your training sessions. If you are an entrepreneur, your goal may be to build $1 million business, but your system is the way you test product ideas, hire employees, and execute marketing campaigns. If you are a musician, your goal may be to compose a new piece, but your system has to do with the frequency you practice, how you analyze and tackle different measures, and what method you use to receive feedback from your instructor. By acting in this way, even ignoring the goal, you can still achieve your objective, provided that you are focusing on the actions that are part of the process. When you have a clear understanding of the things you need to do to reach your final goal, your self-discipline is reinforced by the positive feedback caused by completing these small daily actions. This is not the case with the final goal, which only provides positive feedback when it is achieved. Build a productive routine progressively. All people who have achieved great heights started small at some point, so be aware that no significant change happens instantly, and deep down, you already know that. But you forget to remember this fact when the path becomes weary. The number of similar stories is countless when it comes to starting a new lifestyle, such as starting to exercise. The story always repeats itself. They establish an exercise routine and soon, in the first few days, an immense wave of difficulties is encountered. The whole body hurts, it seems like there is not enough time, each day seems worse than the other, the results do not come, and frustration sets in. Many, in these moments, end up giving up, while those who go through what James Clear calls a valid disappointment begin to notice surprising benefits in their lives. Energy increases, mood improves, the body begins to change, and people begin to praise them. You must remember that you will only reap what you endure in the planting process, and planting is in the daily routine. Therefore, you need to establish productive routines and be relentless in their execution. With time, you can evolve your routine into a more challenging one, as you will also be evolving as a person. A good idea you can adopt is to start by identifying the areas you need to improve. To do this, you can make a list, separating your daily activities into 3 categories: positive, neutral, and negative. Positive activities are those that help you achieve your goals, such as working, exercising, or studying. Neutral activities are those that have almost no impact on your goals, such as washing dishes, going to the market, or facing traffic. Finally, negative activities are those that take you away from your goals, such as procrastinating, eating fast food, or complaining too much. With this information in hand, it will be much easier to improve your routine. Right away, try to eliminate as many negative activities as you can, and the neutral ones as much as possible. If you can't eliminate them, ask yourself, how can I turn this neutral activity into a positive one? For example, if you really have to face traffic and have nowhere to escape, instead of complaining, use that time to listen to an audiobook or a productive podcast. By doing this, you will be able to fill your list more and more with positive activities and less with neutral or negative activities. Remember the 21-90 rule to achieve a long-term goal. You need to take daily actions, usually the same actions as the day before. This means that your repeated actions will eventually become habits. Of course, you need to be patient to endure the process. The 21-90 rule refers to the idea that it takes an average of 21 days to form a habit, 66 days to consolidate that habit, and 90 days to turn that habit into a lifestyle. Knowing this makes it much easier to maintain discipline when you remember that the repeated actions that cost you a lot of energy today will soon become automatic. But keep in mind that not all behavior fits this rule. According to a 2009 study conducted by researcher Philippe Allel, when 96 volunteers tried to form new habits, the time to consolidate them ranged from 18 to 254 days. Therefore, it's impossible to determine how long it will take, but this can't be an excuse not to do what needs to be done. Your self-discipline will only increase as you decide to do things that need to be done, even when you don't feel like it. This can further contribute to your personal development. In the future, we will bring more advanced videos. If you liked it, click on the like button, subscribe, and comment down below on the content you'd like to see. That's it for now, see you next time.